This video will take a look at how to onboard the Tango Extend service for Microsoft Teams. But first, let's see how a typical user uses their Teams service on a day-to-day basis. This will show leveraging your calling plan from both your Teams soft client and your Teams desktop client. On the left, my Teams user has a desktop client shown here on the top, and then the corresponding desk phone shown below. Both share the same DID, the phone number for that Teams user. So from the Teams client, I can dial the mobile device on the right. See, the mobile device is ringing using my Teams DID, and I'll go ahead and answer. And you'll notice as soon as this call terminates, I'll hang up now. You'll notice that in the Teams client, the call logs will automatically update showing that outgoing call. Now let's make the same call from the desktop device. Again, the mobile is ringing using the same DID, and again I'll answer. And they share the same DID. And again, when I hang up, the call logs will update showing that outbound call. So we just demonstrated a Teams user using both their soft client and desktop client to leverage their calling plan and their Teams DID. Like many users these days, I'm highly mobile, so I'd like to have my Teams phone number and calling plan directly on my mobile device. This is my personal mobile device, so it'd be great if I could have both personal and business calling directly from the native dialer of my personal mobile phone. So let's add the Tango Extend service to my personal mobile device. You do that by going into the App Store within your Teams app, and we'll be looking for the Tango Extend provisioning app. This app will guide me through the steps necessary to add the service to my personal mobile phone. I'll search for Extend. That's the name of the app. There it is. I'll click on Extend and I'll hit Add, so I can add that to my Teams environment. And the icon shows up within my Teams window. And it's already launched and starting the process of adding our service. There are 3 steps for adding the Tango Extend service: acknowledging the terms, pairing the device with the Microsoft SIP gateway, and then installing your eSIM. So let's get started by viewing and accepting the terms. I'll click View Terms. That'll bring up the terms and conditions for the end users to agree to. I'll scroll through those as if I'm reading them, and simply, when I get to the bottom, I'll simply hit Accept. And that will lead me to the next step automatically for pairing the eSIM with my Microsoft Teams account. I'm automatically presented with a pairing code, and I can click the copy button. Next, it instructs me to go to a URL provided right there directly on the screen. I'll click that URL. It brings up the Microsoft pairing window. I'll log in using my credentials, and I'll paste in the pairing code provided by the Extend app and simply click Pair. And the process is done. I can close that window, and the app will continue looking to ensure that the pairing process is complete. It's now paired, and we're moving on to installing the eSIM. The Extend app is now generating a QR code from which I'll scan from my mobile device to install the eSIM. There we go. So here's my QR code for installing the eSIM on my personal mobile device. I'll go into the settings of my, in this case this is a Samsung device. I'll go to Connections, SIM Manager, and I'll click Add eSIM. Then I'll click Scan QR code from service provider. It's going to bring up the camera. I'll simply point at that QR code on the screen, and it'll automatically start the install process of the eSIM. I'll click Add. This may take a moment to add the eSIM. Once complete, my personal mobile device will have 2 cellular plans on the device simultaneously. My personal plan, and now my Extend plan connected me into the Teams environment. It is simply another device for me to use so I can leverage my calling plan and Teams phone number. It'll essentially be a desk phone in my pocket. Okay, the eSIM is now installed on the device. I'm going to go ahead and click that eSIM, and I'm going to change the icon to an office symbol. It's not required, but that's my preference. I'm also going to give it a more logical name. I'm going to call it Extend. You could call it Teams. You could call it whatever you like. So now I have two lines on the device simultaneously, my personal line and now my Extend line with my Teams DID. Therefore, if I go out to the native dialer, now I'll call that mobile device on the right again. Go to the keypad, and in this case you'll see a new button at the bottom. It says personal. I'm going to click it and to toggle it over to Extend. Now when I make that call, that will be calling through Teams, and you can see it's using the same DID as the desk and soft client did. And I'll answer. And just like before, if I go back to the call logs, and when I hang up this call, it'll automatically update the call logs within my Teams environment with that outgoing call. Similarly, on the mobile device on the right, if I go to the recents and call back my Teams DID, what we'll see now is all three devices will ring. Soft client, desk phone, and mobile device are all ringing. I can answer on the mobile, and the others will stop. And just like before, when I terminate this call, the call logs will update showing the recent inbound call. Thank you for watching.